Hey, Zeshio. The adventurers are here.
If you've been a dungeon master for any amount of time, you know that the story changes for better or worse based on your players' choices in the game. They might ignore your obvious breadcrumbs leading to a confrontation with your big bad villain, but instead they seem fixated on the random apple vendor NPC you created. What do you mean we can't haggle for the price of an apple? You're obviously a villain in disguise, one of your players exclaims, pointing at, obviously, the apple vendor that has nothing to do with any part of the story, and you secretly wonder why you agreed to be the dungeon master in the first place. But being a good dungeon master means you can handle when your players go off the road and into the wilderness unannounced. And that's why it's always a good thing to have a few plot hooks up your sleeve. A plot hook is a story element shared with the players that entices them to explore a conflict you've created. A great plot hook oftentimes forces your players to react to a situation, and if they somehow avoid the conflict, they face escalating consequences for choosing to do nothing. For each episode of RPG Plot Hooks, I'll provide an illustrated example of a plot hook you can use in your tabletop game. This week's plot hook is called The Secret Order of the Eternal Skulls. Let me paint a picture for you. For this plot hook, imagine your party wandering the streets of a town or city. "Do I look like I read books, missy?" the dwarven warrior exclaims as the merchant tries to sell him the latest romance book hot off the presses. The party wizard peruses through sundry spell components, not particularly excited to spend their coin on bat parts or strange powders. Gross. Suddenly, the perceptive member of the party feels a tingle down the back of their neck as you make the player roll a perception check. You're being watched, you say, leaving the party to react. Now, the party doesn't know what's going on, but slowly, over hours or maybe days, more signs trickle in, showing the party isn't welcome here. Perhaps the players come back to their inn at night, and as they enter their rooms, they each notice a round skull medallion on their pillows. A note stabbed into the headboard says one simple word: leave. Mention it to the innkeeper, and he goes white as ash. "You've been marked," he exclaims, and then he asks you to leave. "Your business is not welcome here. Please, go, go." Upon more investigation, the area is strangely devoid of healers or magical healing of any sort. A traditional doctor may operate on the main street, but even the temples or religious centers do not offer any healing services. The party continues to feel on edge. More folks choose not to talk to the party, seemingly afraid. Threats become more overt. In the distance now, figures with skull-like masks watch the party's every move. You've slowly built up the tension, and now the players want to know, what the hell is going on here? Sure enough, open conflict is almost guaranteed. "Let's get ready to roll for initiative, baby!" And before long, the party is confronted by a group of mysterious figures wearing full skull helms. The rest of the conflict is up to the adventuring party to discover. Will they uncover the secrets to the Eternal Skull's true nature? Perhaps, under those masks, are the faces of cursed or undead elves. Or maybe they're misguided cultists serving the god of death. Remember that part about there not being any kind of magical healing? Maybe they do oppose healing or revival magics, finding them super unnatural. Imagine a situation where a party member saves the life of an Eternal Skull using healing magic. That'd be a good one. And maybe the Eternal Skulls will continue to nip at the party's heels, becoming a larger organization in your world counter to your adventurer's interests. Always watching, jumping in at inopportune moments to hamper the adventurers, much like Team Rocket in Pokemon. That's right, I used that reference. You got a problem with that? Thanks for listening, everybody. And if you like this content, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. I've also got a free post on Patreon about my particular take on the Eternal Skulls that you can use in your own game. And with that, Godspeed, adventurers, and may your blades strike true.